Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. I'm DC. You can find me all over the internet under DC Lasair. That's DC Lasair. Exclamation mark DC in chat. Go to my website, dclasair.com, or follow me on Blue Sky. It'd be great, either way. I have affiliate links for things. Hello, Rex. Hello, welcome on in. Good to see ya. So, first up, exclamation mark AF in chat if you want to bring up any of the affiliate links. First up is Doros, which powers my website. It is an excellent link in bio site, blog platform, link shortener, and many other things to make your digital life easier. So check it out with my link that is scrolling in chat right now. And if you like what you see, sign up for Doros Pro. Use the discount code DCLasair to get 30% off for 3 months. And the other link that you see is for Fantasy Grounds. Fantasy Grounds is a virtual tabletop. It has a new reader app currently in beta. So check that out. That's the thing I was really excited about, because they did a lot of work to make it lean, and it looks really good. And they say it's more screen reader friendly than other things, so definitely give it a go. And if you like Fantasy Grounds and want to purchase anything from them, from their large number of games, use my affiliate link, and some of that goes to supporting me, so yay. All right. Here. A little creaky. All right, let's see here. We got pan. What is going on? Oops, wrong way. There we go. Fixing my camera. That's what I do. Hope you're all doing good. We'll have here tomorrow. I'm going to be running my last session of my Spelljammer campaign. So that'll be a lot of fun. We decided to do it all. Decided to do this one online, so we'll all be using Discord to chat, finish it up. Also, I'm getting a haircut, so I'll look fancy tomorrow. Yeah. Then Sunday might be seeing a movie with a friend. Not sure on that. That'll be good. Otherwise, I'm here watching streams. JD Lady, hello. Welcome on in. Nick, hi. Welcome on. Ooh, fancy. Yeah. Schedule. Next week will be a full week. It'll be my last full week of streaming for 2025, because the week after that is Christmas, and then the week after that is New Year's. So there won't be as many streams those couple weeks. And also next week will be the last Tech Friday of 2025. And I will be fortunate enough to be joined by Urban Bohemian, so yay. Coming by, we'll be talking about our favorite things around tech, or how we learn to use our tech in 2025. So that's me. Who? Me? Yes! One Urban Bohemian. Hi, Brian. Welcome on in. So, we have an outline all set up for the show next week, and we'll see where it goes. It'll be fun. We'll be talking about our favorite things, and most of you already know what I'm going to spend a lot of time talking about. Probably, I would guess. But I'm going to talk about them again anyway, just 'cause I can. It's my show. Uh, so I was going to show off Incarnate 2.0 today, but I think I will delay that because once I got in on the other topic I want to talk about, writing tools, I think there's enough to just kind of focus in on those. And so we'll look at the new Incarnate some other point, but they do have a 2.0 they released over the past week. If you want to check it out. Plus, they have a you can lock in a price for the year. I can't remember what it is, but it's a pretty good deal if you're looking for map making software. And you can get that deal, I think, through the end of the month. I'm not sure, but yeah, so check them out. Check out their new tools. They have a 2-hour video going over everything. So you can just watch that on YouTube, whatever. I'm only partially way through that anyway, so. But eventually we'll get back to doing that. And instead, I wanted to focus on writer tools to, help us write and everything that are supplementary to our main writing apps. All right, let me make sure everything is up and going. You should be up and going. Yes. I am live. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yay. It was just taking a minute. Had to make sure all my streams were streaming. And a quick thank you all to everyone who has subscribed to me over the year. I really appreciate it. I can't tell you how much I need the support and how much it means to me, like both things. It's been fantastic. So thank you very much for the subs and resubs and the follows and the shares and the likes. Amazing. All right. That was my knee against the desk. Don't know if you heard that. Okay. We're good. All right, Fernando, yay! Thank you for coming in. Always appreciate seeing you. All right, so let's get into Tech Friday. Yay! Going to be talking about writing tools today. But first up, I want to go on a tiny rant that I'm only sort of serious about, but nonetheless, it's a rant. So, for those saying Notepad on Windows 11 is now too complicated, it isn't. You're just a whiny. Because, look, I'll show you right now, you can shut all that off. I go to this window here. And we go to the settings gear. And you can turn off word wrap, off formatting, recent file spell check. You can even select what you want to happen. You only have to do this once. And Notepad will function just like you always wanted it to be, with your precious ways. However, if that really just bothers you to no end, you can now get a MS Edit. Microsoft has released something that looks like the old MS-DOS edit program on GitHub. So you can get it for free. I think the only modern convenience is that you can use your mouse to click around. So if you're going to be nitwit about using Notepad, you can try this out as well. And it's just text. And yeah, using a mouse, ooh, that's it's getting high tech there. So you like it, you can, by all means, go for it. I don't really care what you use. It's up to you. I see so many comments like, Notepad is bad, Notepad. I'm like, no, they actually included useful features in Notepad that I would use all the time, and it's kind of even better than before. So, and you can shut them all off. See that DC has been drinking the really bleeping spicy cider before starting the bleeping stream. So if that's your argument, let it go. But if you just want a text editor, well, now you can have go back to the days of making something look like MS-DOS, and it is that. Dre, hello! 'Tis thine Tech of Fridays. It is. So yeah, if you want that MS-DOS, just pure text experience, go to GitHub, download it. I think you can even activate it through a command line if you want. So if you just want pure text editing, and for some reason you think Notepad's too much, or it hurts your wrist to scroll over once, hit settings, and change the settings one time, that's up to you. But sorry, I can't keep it up. But yeah, so I thought that was cool that they give you the option now. Choose the experience you want. That's really what it's all about, is what tools do you like to use and go for. That sounds like effort. I would rather whine to strangers on the internet, right? All right. And, if you're not using Markdown to write, what are you doing? Use Markdown, y'all. It's easy to learn. And speaking of Markdown and Obsidian, there is a RPG. Now, I know me talking about TTRPGs, but this relates to writing things as well. It is another 5e compatible type game called Nimble. You may have heard of it. You can find it here. And I purchased it because the rule set looked interesting, but also, not only did they give me a PDF, but they also offer Markdown version of the rule set, which is fantastic. It's like everything. Every time I mention this, it's exactly what I want to see from more people, is give me a Markdown version. And not only is it a Markdown version, they give you a compatible Markdown version for anything, and they give you an Obsidian Vault. So when I say I want a Markdown version, we can take a look at it here. I'm not going to show you everything that's in here, but there you go. Look, they have a GM screen. that has the rule, some of the rules here that you'd find useful for running the game: spell list, utility list, classes list, right? Tools. And then over here, they have all the things broken down individually. If you just want to use this to go through, they have a creator's kit, provides an adventure framework. Emphasize tight writing, no extra fluff. And so when I say I want a markdown version, it doesn't have to be everything that your PDF has, because, graphics probably won't be a thing. But if you make something at least as useful as this in Markdown, it doesn't even have to be in Obsidian Vault, just has to be in Markdown, I'm probably going to buy it. And then I will write you a note saying how much I appreciate that you've provided me with a Markdown version, like I did for Nimble. So yeah, if you're interested, there's a link. You can purchase it there. This uses text, and they use the call-out blocks to add these with that are in Obsidian Vault. So yeah, I have the PDFs. I have and both Markdown versions. If your program lets you see Markdown files, or if you have an Obsidian Vault, you can get both. And that's wonderful. This is exactly what I want. I can't begin to describe the amount of time this will save me if I run a Nimble game, because I can just take what I need. I have it easily accessible. I can increase this font size to whatever, because you can change that in your settings. So when I want to see more of when I say I want to see more of this, I really mean I want to see more of this. And again, if you even just give me like a GM screen thing with rules attachments, and include all the rules attachments, that would be perfect too. So yeah, thank you, people who make Nimble. I appreciate it. And I did write them a note, an email, about how I was very happy that they did that. And they responded and said, awesome, thanks. All right, so let's get into the main topic of writing tools. Now, I'm not going to go over things like Scrivener or Word or even Obsidian, though there'll be a couple things that relate to Obsidian, because, of course, I write everything in Obsidian and using Markdown. It's my preferred way of doing things. And it should be yours too, obviously. But these are, as much as Obsidian or Scrivener can do on their own, sometimes you want an app that just focuses on being good at a thing. And then you can integrate that into your Obsidian or your Scrivener or whatever. But sometimes, maybe a community plugin for Obsidian doesn't quite match what you need. Maybe Scrivener makes it a little too complicated. Whatever the reason, these are writing tools to sit alongside whatever app you're using to write your main things in. In some cases, you can use them as your full writing app as well. But I'm trying to focus on tools here, so let me get up here. First thing I wanted to talk about was bookmark sites. If you don't want to use just your web browser and save all your bookmarks in there, because usually those are unorganized, you don't get any context with it. But there are sites that handle this. Some are paid. There's free ones. And I'm apparently lost connection to chat. There we go. Okay. Seems like I am back with chat now. So there are sites dedicated to bookmarks, and I picked out a few. Ones I saw. First up, the one I saw recommended everywhere was raindrop.io. Right there, and we'll take a look at it. Boop. Twitch has been twitchy all day for me, but also my connection's been weird on other sites. Thank you. So yeah, designed for creatives, built for coders. That's a good tag. But as you can see, you can form collections, you can tag in filters, you can grab highlights, all this, full text search and a backup. Free, starting at 0, you get unlimited bookmarks, collections, and devices. The premium thing just gives you extra features. So if we go to compare plans, $28 yearly, pretty good. So if you want all of this, you can, or you can just do the free tier. And then there's also, I saw another one that was usually recommended. It's called Readwise. And this allows you to import highlights and review it. So here it is. They have a new reader app going out as well. You can see what all they have to say. Revisit your highlights. Remember what you read. Again, tag, note, search, and organize. Sync with your note-taking apps. Another fantastic thing, and should have another link up. And then another site for bookmarking, which will, or another app, sorry, this is an app, not a site. You can get it at this website, is the Obsidian Web Clipper, which I use all the time. It has little app thingies for Chrome and Firefox and just about every browser there is. Chrome, Safari, Firefox, Edge, Brave, Arc, Orion, Vivaldi. You can install it in any of those. And what I like about it is when you click on it, you get to decide what you want going into your vault. And you can switch up information, you can add more tags to it. And I'm like, it's pretty fantastic. Plus, it gets the information right into Obsidian, where I'm more likely to use it anyway. So if you're like me and you use Obsidian, I definitely recommend checking out the Web Clipper. Or even if you just want to use Obsidian, because Obsidian's free for commercial and personal use. Even if you just want to use Obsidian to collect your bookmarks, you can do that. Yeah, so there's a few tools focused on that. And also kind of getting into the research bit of things. Actually, let me check out this link real quick. Oh, okay, got it. Here's another thing that will save you some time. It's not quite a bookmarking thing or anything, but if you write something like a signature over and over and other things, and you just want little templates of things you write all the time, there is a site called Text Expander. Check it out right there. And we can take a look at it. So keyboard shortcuts, I work everywhere. May not be for everybody, but you know, you can make yourself little shortcuts for common things that you standardize your messaging. It's a little more corporate, but also if you're an independent creator that needs to type things, they even give you a little snippet you can try. Individual, if you pay annually, $3.33 per month. So not bad. Just a way to save some time. And you can take a look at that. You have something like that on your work computers. Ooh, nice. I hope it's useful. Yeah. Speed typing. Oh, is that something I can get to? I don't quite see a link for it. Okay. Very, very handy. Excellent. And then, you know, so you can keep track of your bookmarks. And there's another site that, if we expand out a bit from bookmarks into, oh, it's called Type Pilot. All right. If we expand out from bookmarks into more research and collecting things and organizing the papers and highlighting things and getting a little more involved with what you, with the information you're trying to collect and the things you're trying to research, there's a website, where did that link go, called Zotero, which lets you cite, organize, collect your sources. Again, it's free. You can also, what you pay for, if you want to pay, is cloud storage, so you can use it everywhere. But if you want to keep it local, you can use it for free. And it looks to be very handy. Plus, it has an Obsidian plugin. Like, there's a couple different plugins, community plugins for Obsidian, where you can just take these notes and have them import right into Obsidian. But if you want to make something organized, like, look at all the different types of properties you get. So if you want something a little more than just the bookmarks, definitely check out something like Zotero, because you can develop a lot more context with this. Again, it's free and available for all the things. If you want to share information between devices, they have an upgrade storage deal. And again, this is one of those things that I haven't used, but I see recommended all the time when I'm looking at this stuff. And I, you know, like every other video I see about managing knowledge and everything will mention Zotero. So check it out. There's all the things you need if you want to get started involved. Like I said, since I use Obsidian a lot, and on this machine I'm talking to you on now, I could be fine with the free thing and collect it. And yeah, and then I get to do all my writing in Markdown with Obsidian, and have my research notes already, already details already filled in. Is fantastic. And so maybe after researching and everything, you need to keep track of events or characters. And so there are timeline apps. And you can make, there's one for making a family tree, story Bible, that type of thing, called Plotter, Plottr. Kind of that idea. Do-do-do. So check it out here. You can visualize your scenes, all that stuff. It it's a pay thing. Visualize plot. Make a series Bible. So useful for outlining. Export to Word and Scrivener. Add Obsidian. Let me do Markdown things. But yeah. Even make little character sheets. Does a lot. I don't remember how much it is. Pricing. Oh, this is you can get it for a one-time fee of $150. So yeah, that's a bit, but it is a one-time fee. So yay, one-time fees. So that's an option. But if you're just looking for a timeline thing, I have two choices for you here. First one is called Aeon Timeline. Right there. It's, I think it said it's $65 for forever. At least until the new version comes out, and there's a price for that. But yeah, again, keeping your project in order. Crafting your story, all that type things. Having, here's obviously Wizard of Oz, but here's Dorothy's journey, and where the Scarecrow comes in, and the Tin Man comes in. So if you want to do outlines, world building, all that things, you can. And there is another outline tool that I have mentioned before on the show, and it's completely free. It integrates with Legend Keeper, because Legend Keeper made this, and Legend Keeper is a world building website. It's very easy to use. It's one of my favorite world building things, outside of using Obsidian, of course. But they released their timeline maker for free. And, it's also focused right on TTRPG stuff. You can develop your own calendars. It's very robust. And if you want to, the only thing you have to pay for is if you want to integrate it with the regular Legend Keeper service, then, you're paying monthly for Legend Keeper. But yeah, completely free. No sign up required. I can hit start creating. Made by humans. Made by humans. Right? Custom calendars, interactive events, export and share. So I could make my timeline here, export it, and then have it go right into Obsidian. Moon phases, multiple views, instant start. Yeah, I hit this button. I don't remember if I had some come up, but I can hit start creating and bring your events to life. There's a tutorial. Custom time systems, get started. And, I don't know if it'll work on this. Oh, it's giving me, okay, tools. So I've gone through that already. But yeah, so I just made something called End of All Things. As you can see, my amazing timeline. And then down here is where you add event, a list. Yeah, make your calendar. You can change you can change the days, the year. It doesn't have to be standard. They have some calendars that are, you can pick your time system between, months, days, years. Here we go. We have Harptos, we have Exandria, Eberron, the Gregorian. I just said amazing timeline, which is just the Gregorian calendar. I can set my months, add a month, add a leap day. Notice I created my first month here. It's called Hats instead of January. Weekdays, years, eras. Here's the moon cycle bit. Other settings, display view. So this is very powerful, and that this is free, it just blew me away. So if you're looking to just creating a timeline thing, I'm highly gonna recommend this one because it's free and powerful. But if you want Aeon timeline for other things, you can. And so there's some great options out there for you. And those two were my favorites that I ran across. Okay, so now we're getting more into, you have your research, you have a timeline, you have your writing down, and now you need layout because you're going to publish, because you're an independent artist and probably have to do some of this on your own. So there are two things I'm going to recommend. Again, there's more than two, but I would take forever going through everything, so I have to pick and choose, right? So the first one I want to talk about, and both of these are free. First one is Scribus. Over at scribus.net. As you can see here, desktop publishing application. So probably more useful if you're desktop publishing, but yeah, because you want predictable results at the printer, kind of standardizes everything for you. Can do graphics projects. If you want to support it, you can, but otherwise it's free to use. Has a lot of features. You know, the big thing, they highlight it, reliable and free. Free really means free with an uppercase F. Free is more than just gratis. It means you are in control of your data, which, you know, most companies that say, no, this is absolutely free will highlight you control your data. So this was one I saw mentioned a lot. And works on all these things. They've been around since 2001. They have drawing tools. And the text editor. And so, again, I haven't used this yet. It's just one that was recommended, and I did a little bit of research on it. Seemed good. And the one I'm really kind of digging is one Cozy Catherine pointed out. Catherine Reynolds. Check out the Fey Realm series by Catherine Reynolds, by the way. She said she uses something called Ellipsis. That's ELLIPSUS.net. Or .com, sorry. Ellipsis.com. And this is pretty cool. You know, they have an anti-AI statement right on their site. Again, it's free. I believe it's web-based. So here it is, Write Like a Human. They have a blog, help center. This is fairly new. They're still considering themselves in beta, but they've been around for a while. There's a product tour. They have a Discord. Right, as you can see here, you can have multiple drafts and everything. And you can even, since I write in Obsidian, you know, I automatically have markdown files. I can import those markdown files into Ellipsis and do my finishing touches to make it look great for a book or anything like that. So they're on Blue Sky. They have a Discord. All these places down here. And right here, our stance on AI. And down here's the important bit. We stand for the creative authenticity and creative freedom. We believe that AI-generated content should never overtake human voices and that LLMs in their current form are unethically trained and applied. For these reasons, we will never integrate or use generative AI within Ellipsis. So if you like all that, it's free. I don't know how they make their money. They have like stickers and things you can buy. They have merch to help support them, right? Like all these little stickers. And a tote bag. And other nice stickers. But yeah. I think, uh, they are cute and awesome stickers. Yes, uh, they are planning some sort of paid thing, but I think again it's for storage. The main thing will always be free. So it's still kind of young, but again, I thought it looked fairly neat, and the idea that I can import Markdown files is excellent because every time you make a new note in Obsidian, if you go into your file directory where the Obsidian Vault is, and you dig into your Obsidian Vault, and you find that note, it's a Markdown file. So I can make each chapter its own Markdown file, and then import them into Ellipsis and do the other things that Ellipsis does. And I can export to and probably re-import into Obsidian if I wanted to. So yeah, I thought that was a really, really handy site. And that's what I wanted to go over for Tech Friday today. So there's more. Don't worry, we're not even to break yet. But if you're watching the edited version on YouTube, thanks for being here. I'll see you next week for yet another Tech Friday. If you're watching live, we got more show to do, and stick around and have fun with. But for those that are watching the edited version, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next week. Time for edit. Okay. All right, and I had a news item kind of related to all this, but I wanted to get through the main thrust of everything. And if you have any programs you like to use for writing, you use Markdown in all your writing. What? Anyway, if you have program, let me know. Let me know stuff you use to keep yourself organized. Anyway, I found this on Digital Trends. They announced that Amazon in January of next year will allow authors to offer EPUB and PDF downloads for books that the author sets to DRM free. And this will start on January 20th. If you're an author, you have to go in and set a thing. The details are in that article there. But I'm like, okay. So you can actually read stuff on other devices. Now, I know there's plenty of other reasons not to use Amazon for ebooks and other choices. But if you do, hey, they're Amazon's finally giving you options. Does look like there's a couple hoops to jump through, but that it's even there is impressive. It's the hoops are for the authors of the material. You'll just be able to go, oh, the author Mark has this DRM free. I want the EPUB version, or I want the PDF version. But that starts January 20th or something like that of 2026. And let's see, what else do I have here? So yeah, let me know your favorite writing tools that you use, or even the software that you use to write in. We'll open it up But anything you use to help keep your information organized, I want to hear about it. Let's see here. I'm gonna close some sites I don't need to have open. Just to keep memory down a bit. Shrink that down. You have notepad.txt files all over the place, like digital sticky notes that often get forgotten. Yeah, I understand that. you, uh, I'm I've created a lot of documents in Word over the years, and so my documents folder is just a bunch of unorganized Word files. That's why I'm glad I switched to something like Obsidian, where I have the illusion of organization going on. Right now, you're using Obsidian for most of your projects, but sometimes I like to use a journal or sheets of graph paper for brainstorming ideas that then get transferred in. Yeah. Yeah, I have I've shown off my journals before and my planners. Oh, next week we're going to be doing some planner talk too. Uh, and they'll kind of be crafty. They'll kind of be a crafty stuff next week on top of Suikoden 1. But yeah, planner stuff. I have journals. And yeah, I like doing that too, writing things down first and then getting those ideas into Obsidian. Or sometimes when I'm on my phone, I just open up Obsidian, type in the note, and then I wake up and read back my note I typed into Obsidian and wonder what I meant. You actually need to remember to go back and copy some from your old laptop. They were saved to the desktop instead of... Oh, yeah. Do that. Save those notes. And you know how Windows has a document folder? I I barely touch it yet anymore. Yet I have so many document files. Ooh, what are these, Nick? You gave us a lot of stuff to look at. Keep it for file archiving. Eagle for images. Waffle on using Devon Think Pro. Like the idea, but get overwhelmed by it. Okay. See here. File. Oh, keep it in the App Store. Right. Okay. The Apple app. All right. All on the Mac, by the way. Yeah. Thank you. So if you are Mac, take a look at the stuff Bleepnik just put in chat. You may like it. Of course, you can also use Obsidian on a Mac as well. Just saying. Ooh. Oh wow. Yeah, Devin thinks a lot. It looks fancy. It looks neat. Oh wow, this is yes, yes. I see where the intimidation factor comes in. Eagle app. Oh, Eagle has a Windows and a Mac version. This looks pretty handy. Browser extensions, drag and drop, screenshot. Neat. So this is eagle.cool. See, how much is this? By now, about $35 US. Pretty reasonable. Can be used on 2 devices. Excellent. Asset manager tailored for designers. Nice. Yeah, this looks real good. Yeah, and like I said at the beginning, sometimes you just need an app that's more dedicated to doing a specific thing. And yeah, take a look at eagle.cool. This is looks great. All right, what else we got going on here? Oh, I need to take a break so I can keep the pre-rolls away because I am over time on doing that. So, going to take a break here. When we come back, we'll be in relax mode, open it up, talk about whatever you want. If we can keep it tech or TTRPG related, fantastic. But, oh, what's this? I think it can monitor a folder and import stuff from there automatically, which is handy. Ooh, that is neat. I like that a lot. All right, so let's go to break, and then we will come back in about 5 minutes. I'm going to run some ads to keep pre-rolls away, and I'll see you all then. So, see you soon. All right, welcome back, everyone. Helps if I unmute myself. I have buttons. They do things. And so, yeah, as we were talking about before break, if you have any programs that you use to keep track of text or images or anything that helps you with writing or staying organized on your PC, let me know. And I will say, as much as I love Obsidian, if the more important thing to me is using Markdown, and Markdown opens in anything, and it's really handy. I'm glad I took the time to learn the syntax because it's not difficult at all, and I really like that I get this lovely formatting in small files. Like a Word document is really big for what it is most of the time. You know, the docx format. And so to the ability to have formatting and that you can read it in any text editor and still understand what's going on is very valuable. And so, over Obsidian, I would encourage using Markdown in whatever program you like for Markdown, because there's a lot of them. Not a program, but I find having background sound generators handy, either to set the mood for the scene or just to cue me up to focus. Yeah. Yeah, and if you go back to last week, I talked about some sound apps for TTRPGs, so those might help you out with that as well. Let me check what's going on here a second. Okay. Sorry, you just got to double check a couple things here. All right, we're good. Like I said, tomorrow I should be wrapping up my Spelljammer campaign. Then we're going to go to Shadow Dark, maybe another TTRPG. But eventually we'll get back to a D&D. And then, on Monday I can talk about wrapping up the campaign, what happened at the end of it, and everything. And then as I get ready to start the new campaign, I'll be going through those steps and showing you kind of some of the Obsidian Vault I'm making for that, and things like that for the Shadow Dark campaign. And there'll be similar steps, because I have an entire vault that I'm releasing to all of you to use for DMing or at player knowledge. And I'm going to be using what I make, because I'm like, it would be handy to have this. And then I'm hoping it's handy for some of you, or at least inspiring in some way. Because you can, since it's all marked down in Obsidian, you can take it and make it your own however you want. I'm just kind of providing a skeleton for you to attach the meat. And let's see here. And then next week, Friday, will be the last Tech Friday of 2025. And I'll have special guest Urban Bohemian on my stream. And the first Tech Friday of 2026 will probably be January 9th. So regular stream schedule will start January 5th. And so the week of New Year's, I'll probably stream the Monday and Tuesday. The Wednesday is New Year's Eve. Probably not then. And then next week, or I'm sorry, 2 weeks. So the week of Christmas, I'll probably stream Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then take the rest of the time off that week. Or I may just take like the 24th through the 2nd off and just say, nah, I'm not streaming at all. But yeah, so when Brian comes in to join me next Friday, we'll be talking about some of our favorite tech or how we've been using tech throughout 2025. And you know, if stuff that's made a difference to what we do, and it doesn't necessarily have to have come out this year, but we've started using a thing in a way, or you know, this thing is giving me these ideas, and so that'll be the main focus of the conversation next week. And if you have anything you like that you started using throughout the year, you know, let us know in chat. It'll be fantastic. All right, let's look at some tech things. Let me turn on the music again. Where'd you go? Did I close that window? No, I closed the window. Window, come back. Window, come back. Okay. Folder, music's on, it's low, which is great. All right, so let's check out some tech sites, see what's been happening. I'm gonna turn this down my headphones a bit. Ars Technica is having its annual charity drive. So if you want to bid on anything in there, there you go. I haven't watched any of the videos from the Game Awards last night, so we may spend some time talking about some of the trailers next week after I've had a weekend to look at stuff. Let's see here. All right, there's already best of tech lists for 2025. All right. Yeah, we'll talk about the video games next week. Want some time to go through some of the trailers and process what's going on. Let's see what other site we check out. So floor is open. If you have any questions for me, feel free to ask away. Just any questions in general, really. You want to talk about stationary things? Can do that. You'll miss next week's planner stream. Oh yeah, I'll put the link to the VOD in the Discord so you can check it out. Let's see. But I hope whatever you're doing, you have a good time doing it. Niece's birthday, so driving down to be with family for the week. Oh, awesome. Okay, let's see here. Gotta fill a thing in before I forget. Okay. Had to just take care of a thing, otherwise I didn't want to forget. Let's see. TTRPG stuff. We have... I'm trying to find the... Where's the article? Is that here? Oh yeah. So, as far as Dungeons and Dragons news this week, the SRD 5.2.1, the current SRD, is now available in 4 additional languages: French, Italian, German, and Spanish. And so those are, you can get the localized ones all here. So the SRD in English and all the other languages are provided all on that site. So if you need Dutch, Spanish, French, or Italian, there you go. I know that's been a long time project I've been working on, so I'm glad to see it. And we talked about at the start of the stream, but over the weekend, I'll also be taking a look at Nimble, which is you know, sort of a fast-paced 5e TTRPG. I'll be taking a look at that. That'll be fun. Also, I don't remember if I found my Shadow Dark book. I don't remember if I showed it, but this is Shadow Dark. That's the cover. I really like this system, so I'm happy to be able to run it for my friends. Really great. And then once I run it, and talk about that as well. So got some TTRPG content coming up on the channel. Let's see what else we have. Oh, yeah, look at the TTRPG news sites. And get the usual suspects open up. Oh, hey, the excellent Justice Armand has been promoted to game design director over at Dungeons & Dragons, so that's fantastic. Congrats to Justice. Fantastic person. I've gotten to hang out with him a few times. During a Gen Con, you know, and things like that. So that is wonderful news to hear. And if you ever do get a chance to say hi to Justice, I highly encourage it. He's a pretty great person. He's been putting in the work from everything I have seen. Yeah, he's been doing a lot. He's been on a couple of the stages talks that D&D has held in their Discord. He's been doing more of the videos. Okay, so Ian World has this article up about gift ideas for the gamer who has everything 2025. There's one on here that I find ridiculous and amazing at the same time. I mean, there is the little acrylic thing that's 4x4 called Easily Distracted by Cats and Side Quests, which is a little sign. So, yes. So there's a purple D&D notebook. But the dodecahedron calendar. And so they put a calendar on a 12-sided die. For 2026. And, oh, well, they give me an Amazon link to it, so let's shorten that down. Something useful. here's the link to it. I absolutely love this. This is great. It's large too. Like it solidly fits in a hand. It's not, just a regular sized die. And it's made of wood. Yeah. I love this. This is great. Not the first time this idea has come around. Ooh, awesome. The first month should be had. It should. It really should. Look, if I ever got into wood burning, it would be. I'm just staring at this thing like, ooh. All right, what else we got here? Let's see here. That's fun. Had these in the 80s, but they were made from folded paper. Nice. Let's see. All right. I don't know how many of you will remember this, but there was an RPG called Toon, tabletop RPG called Toon, and it is. Let's see here. Is the backer kit comes out on the 17th of December this year, so there's going to be a second edition of it. I never picked it up because when I was at my local bookstore, I wasn't quite into D&D at the time that, that was in the hobby shops and everything. Or I was just getting into AD&D. From Steve Jackson Games. Haven't played that since BRB. Going to take my ibuprofen, right? Colleges decades ago, yeah. Okay, now I'm thinking that college was decades ago for me as well. Oh boy, yeah. Oh, okay. Here's an article that came out just a couple days ago. But it was, I can't remember if it was last year, the year before. Modifius announced that was creating a TTRPG based on the show Space 1999. And it is now available on Drive-Thru RPG. It uses Modifius's 2D20 engine that they use in the Star Trek or Fallout RPGs. Yeah, here's the article on Bell of Lost Souls. The quick headline, Stranger Things will be getting an official cookbook. Why not? Cookbooks, ugh, right? Make your money and all, but you can't theme a cookbook filled with basic recipes because you give them a fun write-up, right? Exactly. Hamburgers, same in D&D as IRL. Yep. Let's see, where was that? Okay, there's an article summary. And one of the things in the article summary I kind of love the pun, and I also kind of hate it. Demi-gorgonzola cheese balls. Yeah. Yeah. Now I just kind of want cheese. Devil's food cake, tuna melt. Yep. Just say it's an 80s cookbook. All you gotta do. Okay. Another new setting coming out. Not sure when. Next year sometime, I would guess. Plot Weaver by Brotherwise Games, the people that made the Cosmere RPG. And this is mainly a new RPG system by them. And going to be kind of their, well, here's our RPG system, Cosmere, but now here's our RPG system you can use however you like type thing. Is that the right? Yeah, that's the right link. Yeah. Oh, the okay, that's all the TTRPG stuff I'm caring about right now. The JetPens, their video was their favorite pilot pens. Blue screen of death as you're shutting down your work laptop. Oh no! So if you like pilot pens, JetPens has a whole video out for you to spend your money on. I'm looking through the tech related discords I usually look at, seeing if they have announced anything. Oh, Melv made an announcement. They made a few announcements over the past this week. They made a performance boost update. So they fixed a lot of the memory spike slowdowns on AMD GPUs. OBS import shouldn't freeze. There's a lot of really good optimizations. But they have integrated into Meld a free wheel spin widget. We all know how I like wheel spin widgets. Now it's right in Meld. There's their YouTube video about how to use it. Because I mean, you know, I like the wheel spin was fun last time I did it in a game, and there needs to be more of them. See, what else do we have? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, once again, open topics. We got like 15 minutes yet. Anything you want to talk about, mention? Again, floor is open. Whatever. I'm gonna have dinner in a little bit, so whatever you all want to talk about, I'm good with. Oh, Obsidian did have a new beta release that I think the big feature in it for me will be, now I haven't downloaded it yet because I put myself back on the stable version, will be that you can tag your notes in properties. Like you can put the brackets in properties. As a DMGM, do you ever fudge a dice roll? And if so, why? I have before. Usually if it's 1 or 2 points off, and it's just like, you know what, that'd be cool, or it's usually in the player's favor. I'm like, you know what, that'd be cool. I never do it to I never do it to rolls where the monster's hitting, but if it's something that would be really fun, and again, it can't be any more than 1 or 2 points away, then I'll be like, yeah, that'll work. Like, the player really did a good description on the ability they're going to use or something like that, and if it's one or two away, I'm like, why not? Let's do it. Or if it gets rid of the monster, like the fight's been going on for a while, got 2 hit points left, yeah, sure, you do enough damage to knock it out. Yep, that's fine too. But I never do it to the disadvantage of players. Sorry, I got a message gotta look at here. Good to know, thanks. Yeah. Or at least I try not to do it to the disadvantage of players. Again, it's gotta be cool, gotta be worth doing, and I never do huge swings with it because that just feels really unfair. But if it's within just a couple points, I'm like, okay, that's fine. Let's see here. Do you remember the game or demo you played a while back that had Moonlighter vibes, humor, art style? Went through VODs on Twitch and YouTube, but for the life of me, can't find it. One of the areas you went through was like a conveyor belt with, when I say robots. Oh, you're probably talking about, let me get the name right. They had conveyor belts and robots. That would have been, I think the correct title is, yeah, Little Rocket Lab. Little Rocket Lab, yeah. Unless there's another game I played that had conveyor belts and robots. Do you have any ritual to get you in the right headspace to write? Not necessarily to get into the headspace. I mean, I kind of have to have an idea because, you know, there's the thing of writer's block. Well, if you just write, even if it's nothing, even if, you know, just writing blah, 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 I like cheese all day long. As long as you're writing something, you can kind of get those thoughts out of your head. But what I tend to do when I'm working on something and I have an idea and it, you know, I need a little more to think about, I will get up, I will walk back and forth across the room just thinking on a thing for a while. And then I'll hit upon something like, oh, okay, I like that. Then I'll sit back down and start writing. But it gets me up, it makes me move. Wasn't an automation type. It was more like Moonlighter 2. You appreciate the fact that if you miss loot, the game let you travel all the way back to pick it up. Oh, that was... Oh, heck. Let me look. I think I took it off my hard drive because I wasn't playing it currently. And I needed some more space. So there are some games I'm just like, you know what? I'm not playing these right now. Right. That could have been... Could have been a couple of games, actually. There's Lost in Random, The Eternal Die. No, I don't think that let me go back. The game that let me go back, though. I'm trying... It's hitting something. I think I just gotta find the name of it. But I'll keep looking. And so... Yeah, what I do is sometimes when I have an idea, I just need to walk back and forth at the carpet a little bit. I don't need to go outside or anything like that because I want to be near where I'm writing for when, you know, something picks up. But I just walk back and forth and ruminate on the idea. A lot, and sometimes I'll talk to myself and just talk it out in my space, like, okay, this is good, what if I did this? That can help. Or sometimes I'll even take pen and paper and write it down. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I will think about that. Because I do remember saying that about a game, but now I can't remember what game it was either. But yeah, a lot of my writing is just, you know, sitting down and going, okay, I need to write this, and start writing. And usually the process, at least when I was like regularly, like when I wrote papers when I was in college decades ago, I never started at the beginning. I had to start at the middle or the end, because I had a point I was trying to make, right? But I didn't know exactly what it was, so I couldn't really have an intro or a conclusion, because I didn't know what I would be talking about until I actually talked about it. And so I just had to start typing. And then like you should do, I'm going, okay, this is what I said about the thing. Now I can make an intro and a conclusion based on what I actually said about it. And that way it felt like I was giving myself a little more freedom to kind of wander through the topic and not constrain myself to what I wrote in the intro or what I wrote in the conclusion, but instead have those pieces be informed by the body of the work itself. Instead of going, I have to write an intro, I just start writing the thing, and then I go through and make adjustments, and you know, things like that. And then I see how Nick, I'll send you an invite to the Discord. You can look through that too. But heck, yeah. So when I write TTRPG stuff, usually I have a I have a good idea. I'm like, okay, this is a neat gag. What else can I build around it? And then I come up with another 2-3 gags. I'm like, okay, these are good. These are the points I want to hit. Or I'll generally think up the villain and go from the villain and work backwards to the beginning of it. But how that comes about changes per project. Like the charity stream doing next year, it was, oh, this would be a funny idea. And I'm like, this relates to food. And for a while I didn't have a villain. Then I came up with one. I'm like, and yeah, again, I laugh about it. My players will probably hate it, but that's their problem. So, you know, there's no direct way an idea evolves. It's just I start with a thing. I'm like, okay, this is a thing I thought of. I kind of want to use it for this. And then I build around that idea, or that becomes part of a larger thing. And not necessarily the thing. But I know that whatever the thing becomes, I want to have that idea in it. Still kind of looking at games. But yeah, just starting at an intro always bothered me because I'm like, I don't know. I don't know the body. I don't know what I'm going to actually say. I mean, I have an idea, but I have a structure in mind. But until I start typing about it, until I start seeing those words appear on the page, I don't know where I'm going with it entirely. So I have to go somewhere before I can fill in, the beginnings and the ends and things like that. That was mainly my approach to papers in college, though. And then I could build my intro and conclusion around, what I had actually written instead of trying to make the body fit what I wanted, what I said in the intro. And my blog posts are kind of similar in that now I use Obsidian and do research and collect links and everything. And I go, okay, I want to talk about this. Here's the things I want to talk about. Okay, I need this link. I need this one. All right, we're gonna say these things, and then I'll write maybe a sentence or two for an intro, and then form the conclusion around that. Is it possible it was memories in orbit? Ooh, let's look at that. Oh, that had another name to it. Oh, right. That was... Where'd that go? That could have been just, Oh, I'll, type it in. That's not it? Oh. See, I'll do a quick other look here. If I think about it, if it hits me, I'll let you know. Do one more quick look here, and then we will go on a raid. Okay, that wasn't it. Yeah, alright. Yeah, it's time for me to go to dinner, and hopefully I think of it for you, Nick. Let's see here. Where is my thingy? There's my thingy. Who do we have live? Let's see. Let's go say hi to... Mute that. If you find it, I'll share. Excellent. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate it. Yeah, let's go raid Fawn and Games. And they are playing... Looks like they're playing Peak. Right now they're on Words on Games, so we might be coming in while they're on a break. So thank you all for being here. I'll be here next week with more Suikoden 1. That'll be great. And then we'll have some planner stuff. I'll talk about the final session of my... or what is quite possibly the final session. Might go one more of my home game. And then Friday, Tech Friday, I'll have Urban Bohemian on, and we'll be talking about our favorite tech of the year. Not necessarily came out in 2025, but stuff that we use that made a difference to us. And I will see you all on Monday. Thanks for being here. Please be kind to others. Be kind to yourselves. And have a great weekend. Stay tuned for the raid. Bye.